Okay, what's good, YouTube? I tried recording this video like so many different times, but I just felt like I didn't get the take right. You know, I wasn't saying what I truly wanted to say. There was just some blockage in it. And I tried recording this whole thing outside in nature. The energy just didn't feel right for whatever reason, man. Like either I just haven't been in nature. No, I mean, either it's been a minute since I've been in nature and I'm trying to readjust to that higher energy, or there's just some weird energy out there, fam. It just didn't feel right recording this video, so I decided to do it from my house. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. I'ma really need an intro for my videos. So, oh man, I've been wanting to make this video for a hot minute. So the reason why, right? The reason why you care so much, it could be about a person. It could be about an insecurity. It could be about this obstacle you're facing in your life. Now, the reason why you care so much is because you're willing to let yourself get emotionally invested, right? Emotionally invested in something that borderline doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. You know? And if this certain situation is going to linger so long in your life, right? You need to have the mindset of what you can learn from it. Not, oh, why is this stuff happening to me? Nah, you need to feel, I mean, of course it's easy to feel like that sometimes. Even my black ass does. I'm not going to lie. So, but the mindset we all need to have at the end of the day is, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this, man? Because life life is just one big lesson at the end of the day. You get to learn a lot in life. You get to do a lot. You know, you have a lot of experiences, both good and bad. We were so programmed to think that we're supposed to be happy all of our lives. Nah, fam, we have a lot of challenges that we need to overcome and go through. Not because, listen, hard times doesn't inherently make us strong. Listen, we didn't become strong based on hard times, you know, just because of the hard times. Real people, real people grow stronger in spite of those hard times. Let me repeat that one last time. We don't get stronger and wiser and smarter and better in every single we don't level up because of hard times. We do it in spite of them. We do it despite them. Now, I'm going to get a bit more specific in this video. The reason why you care so much is because you're attaching your own energy to matters that at the end of the day, fam, don't even matter. Like, for example, there's so many examples in this video. So this section is going to be about your insecurities and your attachment to your insecurities and your attachment to other people, right? And their judgment about you. Now, if you're a good person with really good intentions, unless you made a really grave mistake, you know, I mean, well, just in general, fam, don't let these other people sit back and try to judge you for who you are. Because at the end of the day, like, that's just like saying that other people know what's best for you. No, the fuck they don't. They don't know what works for you. They don't know how you work and how you operate as a person, so why would they want to sit back and judge you? Now, if it's constructive criticism, that's different. But if these people are going to say some shit about you and not give you a chance and try to make you feel like other shit just for being yourself and striving to be the best version of yourself, That's because they tried to do the same thing in their lives, and guess what? They got judged from it. They got judged for trying to live their lives from other people who were judged by others, you know? At the end of the day, it's just this huge cycle. People, all people want to do nowadays, and all people do nowadays in general, period, is when they sit back and try to say something about the next person, that's them, that they don't even know, right? That's them projecting their own pain and their own traumas and their own personal limitations that they created themselves in their head, because you got to understand, everything is perspective. They're projecting all of that onto you or onto the next person without giving them a chance to begin with. So, and the thing is, everything is energy. So when we get this energy from a lot of people that want to sit back and abuse us, whether that's verbally, physically, anything, it's what makes us damaged. It's what makes us insecure. It's what makes us run on hate. And that's not okay. Please, if you're watching this video, don't transform into that person, fam. I'm gonna be real. I was in middle school. I had a similar personality to what I have today, but this was before I even woke up and decided to better my life. Back then, I used to run on a lot more hate, you know. I would engage in arguments with people and try to correct them on a bunch of things because I wanted everyone to get the full context. I wanted everyone to understand that I was a good person. If they would try to sit back and judge me, I would try to prove them wrong or fight with them or try to say that they're the bad person or that they're the asshole or whatever. You know, like, I can't really get specific because there were so many different conflicts, but I hope you know what I'm getting at here. I really hope you do. So at the end of the day, like, why would you want to believe it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't even matter if, like, how long this person may have known you. It is your job to cut this person off. Now, you could still love this listen, what I do is I love everybody. Even if they were to sit back and try to judge me or whatever, you know? But the difference between, there's a huge difference. There's a fine line in between in between fucking with someone and loving someone. Like, for example, there's this one girl I was friends with, right? She was a lost cause to begin with. I went on, like, she was very problematic. I tried for years, bro, to try to get her to improve her life and be on the same stuff that I'm on. Well, not like that, but you know, you don't have to do everything that I do, but I just wanted her to, I just wanted to help her, right? And in return, she either did nothing or just give me an attitude or just say all this, like, just cause a lot of problems, dude. It's pretty complicated, man. So even though it really did hurt at first, I cut her off. Man, because she wasn't willing to listen to me. She wasn't willing to do anything, and all she did was drag me down with her negativity, always playing the victim. Hey man, I know it's pretty hard when you're dealing with fake people or fake friends or whoever, but like Drake said, Drake put it best on Certified Lover Boy. Oh, fair trade. I've been losing friends and finding peace. And honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. I'd rather have a peace of mind than end up stressing over a bunch of people that screwed me over in life. But hey, to all those people who screwed you over, you're the one who's going to have the last laugh, because if you get on your grind and start improving your life, as a matter of fact, I actually want to thank these people for screwing me over because, as a matter of fact, I learned a very valuable lesson. I learned how to set my boundaries. I know how to work even harder under pressure, man. Everything. I'm just going off the dome, fam. Hope you're catching my drift. I hope you're catching my drift. That'd be really nice. But in life, it's a ring, man. You're not going to let someone else try to take you down or just beat you up and try to say everything, because there's some people in this world that genuinely are messed up and they can't help that. So, like, I just leave them how they are if they're not willing to talk this out and forgive, and if they just want to sit back and try to be on this judgmental bullshit, man. It's like, okay, I love you, but you can go fuck yourself at the same time. Like, man, this ain't a game. Uh, yeah, I'm starting to get more spaced out. This video's being a bit more longer than I thought. So, if you're dealing, say that, so a lot of teenagers, right? A lot of adolescents, even a lot of kids, man. A lot of things that we struggle with is school, right? School. The thing is with school is, we could be like trying our absolute hardest, right? And we'd still end up, quote unquote, failing. At the end of the day, man, like, no matter what dreams you have in life, you can't let the judgment of an outdated system get to you. Just as long as you're trying your hardest and you're pouring your blood, sweat, tears, heart, and motherfucking soul into this shit, right? Then they can't sit back and call me a failure. They can't sit back and call you a failure. Don't let the school system discourage you into stop trying, man. Unless you're just taking some. Actually, I don't want to give any advice like that. I don't want to say any unless, because I'm 16, dude. Unfortunately, I had to deal with a lot of people that, well, not a lot of people, but a couple people that were dropping out because they were too overwhelmed. That's not a wise decision, fam. You're not just going to get by trapping, fam. It's like trapping isn't going to pay the bills, my G. But you do you. I can't sit back and say what you shouldn't do as a person, you know? Um at the end of the day, man, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. Just as long as you're being your authentic self, trying to just working on yourself, trying to be the best version of yourself, and how to gain confidence and stop being insecure, because, like, listen, everyone is their own biggest critic. I am my own biggest critic. I am my own worst enemy. Sometimes I sit back and look in the mirror. I have my downtimes too, as progressive as I am. I sit back and just think that, you know, think about some fake friends that I had, right? Some people that just fucked me over completely and didn't give a shit. And then, you know, every time, like, I just think that maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm just like I get to start, like, I start getting like insecure, and I start well, not insecure, but I start overthinking about it. And but every time I come back to the conclusion that I'm not the reason why they treat me like shit. They're the reason why they treat me like shit. It's not my fault. That's not my issue. And I'm so glad that so many people are realizing that. Like, bro, hey, like, I believe in redemption. I believe in people redeeming themselves, and I still want to see everyone in the world eat. Like, okay, so this is what Tupac said, man. Hear me out. Even though he, like, as much of a puppet he was, he said a lot of real stuff, man. uh, just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy, you know? I still want to see you eat, but just not at my table. Just not at my table, you know? I still love you from afar, but I don't fuck with you no more because of what you did to me. We just weren't good for each other, fam. I'm simply at a different level in life now. I have a new perspective on everything. And if you're just going to try to drag me back down, fam, that's not going to happen. It's not. So, yeah, this video was a bit long as my other videos because I just have that much to say. I have a lot to express. You know, I'm not organized, but, you know, what genius is organized? Name one genius that is organized. I'm just going off the dome. This is like the rawest form of myself. So, ugh. So, I think that's all I wanted to say about it. At the end of the day, man, don't worry because the beauty of it all is like no one actually gives a fuck, even if they do judge you. You know, it's not the people that you need to be worried about. It's the friends that could potentially backstab you. So if you see any red flags or toxic signs or toxic traits, you need to cut them. You need to cut them bitches off immediately, dog. So, yeah. Um, you're not responsible for how other people think of you. So, well, you're partially responsible, but like it's not your fault that you know what I mean. I already said enough in this video. You get it. Um so this is the update. If you're done with the video, just get off. This is for like other people, but stick around if you're interested. It'd be amazing. So, with my channel, right? The reason why I've been taking a break is because like I've hinted at this in this video. I was kind of going through some stuff, right? In February, well, not January. January was a good month, but in February, you know, I had a lot of school to deal with, man. I'm still trying to stay on top of that. You know how it is, man. Sticking to the grind. Trying to make them good grades. Trying to do all that and trying to do and just dealing with some retrospection and all that stuff and just sitting back and thinking of the same people that betrayed me that same month and you know like I got really overwhelmed and even though I had so many ideas for videos, I was just like, you know what, dude? I'm not going to sit back and make a video until I'm in a good space, until I'm in a good place to do so. Because let's be real, February wasn't stable for me. There were turbulent times. It was like there were high highs and low lows, you know what I mean? Really good times, really bad times. But you know, everything's I'm gonna try to crank out videos more often, you feel me? Um Look at well, I would show you. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Look at this. So, my nephew ruined my blinds. Well, they're not my blinds, but these blinds, you know, I'm in the bonus room right now recording this. Back in like 2019, we're gonna get them fixed though. Uh Whew. But look at that. You know, it's warming up again outside. I'm just getting back into nature, trying to get on top of my spirituality again because throughout the winter I was just resting. I'm going back to the gym, getting more physically active, you feel me? You know, trying to shed out all the bulk off. You know, it's shredding season. Bulking season is over, man. And you're going to see the progress. Proof is in the progress. So, man, everyone is just as weird as you are. Everyone's just as weird as I am. I'm super freaking weird. And the fact that I'm out there, like, the fact that I'm really out there, like, I don't try to fit in. That's why I stand out. You know, I'm out there, I say what's on my mind. I act really freaking weird. Not in that weird, not in like this super weird way, but just one of those kids that just so happen to be unique, original, all that. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but you know, it's what made so many people like me. It's what made so many people stick around because of how real I am and how weird I am, man. Dude, I'm a freaking nerd. So, all right. I'll see you later.
Stay gold.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to say was dude, right? Dude, like okay, so I wasn't really focusing on this channel like that in the meantime throughout all of this, but what I was focusing on was another spiritual channel that I got. It's like a 432 hertz music channel. So yeah, feel free to check that out. You feel me? Because long story short, we're not really supposed to listen to music in 440 hertz. We're supposed to listen to it in the 432 hertz frequency. And if you don't believe me and try to say it's a placebo or whatever, nigga, just try to play that music for a month and see how you feel when you switch back to that 440 hertz music. And I mean like Spotify, Apple Music, all these mainstream streaming services for music, right? They have 440 hertz. We need to be listening to that 432 hertz exclusive on youtube.com. Let's get it, my nigga.